Welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Neighbors. Great to have you along. Thank you so much for joining us as we head into another weekend with some hilarity. We like to support local comedy, and we've rounded up a couple of our favorite comedians and a very special guest. He's back again by popular demand of the ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, way over on my left, I'm going to introduce you two knuckleheads later because this is my buddy Kyle Andrew. Kyle Andrew's back. How are you, Kyle?
I am absolutely thrilled to be back.
Well, it is great to have you, man. I mean, we were, your previous appearance on this show got a lot of love from the ladies. So we're really happy that you're back with us. You put that picture of, you sit in a picture with Kyle Andrew, you put it on the social media, boom.
Yeah, all 11 of your followers are listening right now. Congratulations.
Not only listening, touching themselves, which is weird, right? I know, it's strange.
AM radio has changed.
Kyle, it's great to have you with us. We'll talk to Kyle a little bit about what he's doing and what he's up to. But first, I should introduce the guys who are always here. At this point, really, if you're listening to Friday at 420, you should know them and love them. It's Patrick Manolis. I almost said Patrick Manolis. I'm just going to combine you two. You're a couple now.
No.
Patman. Patrick Coppolino, how are you, my friend?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. What's going on, man?
No, not too much.
Not too much? No? You killing it?
Yeah.
Killing it old school?
Yeah.
How's the stand-up comedy coming? Because, I know you do a lot of stuff on the side and you're working with the comedy club, but how's your own personal journey as a stand-up comic?
It's good. All summer, me, Manolis, and Jason Allen have been doing a tour across Ontario.
Nice.
For raising money for a kids camp, Camp Maple Leaf.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we've been playing Canadian Legion halls all over Ontario.
And it's going well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's been fun.
That's fantastic. And whose brainchild was that?
It's actually, I used to work at a call center. And those were the things that we used to do, all charity events like hockey games.
Sure, yeah,
and,
where they call you up and go, would you buy 2 tickets?
Yeah,
And,
exactly. So now this is one of the things that the call center calls for.
Oh,
So,
excellent. Oh, that's fantastic. So, and the shows have been, people have been wildly positive towards
yeah, it's been fun because we didn't know what to expect. We show up at the Legion halls, which aren't necessarily set up the best for comedy to begin with.
Sure.
And then all the people going, there are a lot of gray hairs in the room.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, this is not going to be good. And then they end up being awesome shows. So
That's cool, man. Oh, that's very cool. And I guess it helps a little bit that there's already a lot of love in the room. There's, these are people who are giving and want to give back to the community, and you guys are there giving back to the community and taking a little outside, but whatever. And we're only giving so much to the community.
Yeah, we get paid.
Absolutely. That's very cool, man. So continued success with those shows. Sitting next to you is, your cohort in this little operation, along with our good buddy Jason Allen. It's Manolis Santanos.
Ticanis, man.
Take an E, man. Take an E. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. You feeling it?
I'm feeling it, man.
I was talking to another gentleman who's of Greek descent, and he and I got into a lengthy discussion about lamb.
Okay.
Because I love me some lamb, and I'm not of Greek descent. Your dad, who's been on the show, George.
Yeah, George.
Does he cook up a mean lamb? Do you guys do lamb at home very much?
Sometimes it's gotta be you gotta. It's a whole process to do it. So it's like you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta get one of those sticks and turn it over a barbecue and stuff like that. But
That's way too much work for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like some. But
I was eating lamb, and my daughter said to me, it was so funny because she goes, "You're eating lamb?" She goes, "That's weird because that's the same name as a baby sheep." I'm like, whoa, well, you're right, honey. I don't know why they called the dish lamb. That's weird.
That's how vegans happen.
You know what? You're absolutely right. We had a roast pig. They put it on a spit. We did this in our neighborhood one, and we were barbecuing the pig. And my daughter has not eaten any pig products ever since. Once you see a pig on a spit, it kind of freaks you out a little bit, right?
it's a little harsh, man.
Don't harsh my mellow, man.
It's a murder.
A little bit. Well, Kyle Andrew, you're a good-looking guy. You're a model. You got to stay in good shape. Got to take care of yourself. Vegan?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
Nothing against them.
Nothing against them. No, but you like your meat products.
I do. I eat less than I used to, though.
Okay. Well, I think that happens with age. You're getting up there, buddy.
I'm up there. It is what it is.
Kyle, for those of you who missed his first visit with us, Kyle was a contestant on The Bachelorette. I didn't see your season. How deep did you go into the into the contest?
Thank you for clarifying the contest.
Yes, it was a contest.
About halfway through.
About halfway through?
Enough to like, but not enough to love.
Okay. Okay. And what was that whole experience like? Well, I mean, nothing but positive for you, because we actually got into a little bit of a discussion about how some of the people who come off these shows, these reality shows that people eat up, have a lot of emotional problems after they're done, right? I mean, it could be a huge letdown for them and things like that. You seem to have just handled it beautifully.
Well, it's a perspective thing. I always kept in mind that I was very, very lucky to be put into a position to build an audience for myself. In a world now where audience is currency, everyone in this room realizes that.
Right.
I got an opportunity that I kind of ran with, and it's like I took it seriously while I was there, but it was something fun to have fun with family, friends, community, and just never treated it as anything more or less than that.
Was there anyone who you ran into on the show who you just hated, or did you create any best friends out of this experience, or were they just kind of all people who you are sort of detached from now?
There's about 3 of the guys who I'd say are going to be lifelong friends. One of them
Excellent.
I specifically bonded with, but he kind of travels the world a lot. But he's coming back to Toronto. He's going back in the fall. His name is Kevin Dexter. Great guy.
Now, you travel the world a lot, too, with your modeling gig. So, I mean, you guys might cross paths somewhere? Not really?
Probably not. He's moving back to Toronto, though, so he's good. But a couple of the other guys that have... I stay in touch mostly with the guys who've kind of kept this media spotlight thing going for themselves, because it's more of a shared experience at that point.
Yeah. That's awesome. Kyle, originally from the Hammer here, and he is our guest on Friday at 4:20, and Manolis has perched himself in front of the microphone. He has something to add, I think, Patrick.
Ask.
Oh, something to ask of our
The
guest.
floor is yours, sir.
All right,
Kyle,
excellent.
is through the process, which I think is so interesting that you went through, the girl... were you, like halfway through, you made it halfway through, you probably don't know how far you're going to go, but did you actually foresee yourself like, oh, I really like this girl?
In truth, I didn't get enough time with her to make that kind of a determination, but you can meet someone and see that they have all the framework for the type of person you could find yourself to be happy with. I have absolutely nothing ill to say about her. She was a truly lovely person.
Right.
Seems that way off camera.
But there's so many, right? I mean, there's so many, and there's so little time to execute this show that, I can understand why there wouldn't be, because, you don't, they can shoot the little, hey, you and her on the couch for 5 minutes, but, I mean, that's not enough time to get to know a person, as much as Manolis thinks it is. I had to get the Manolis joke in. It's not a Friday at 4:20 without a Manolis joke.
I'm lucky if I last 5 minutes.
Oh, there you go. That's joke number 2. All right, what do you say we play a little Friday at 4:20? For those of you tuning in for the very first time, where have you been? This show's been on the air for like over a year, man. Okay, that's enough scolding the audience. We've got 12 envelopes. They have 12 random topics. Our guests do not know the topics ahead of time. We have a Plinko board. That's how they determine which topic they get. And Kyle Andrew, you're our special guest. Get up there and Plinko, my friend. You know how this works. Here he goes. Oh, yeah. It's the sound of the beer can opening. Must be the weekend.
The first time he was on, he got 6, and that's what he got this time.
Oh,
6.
six.
That's so crazy.
You know what else I noticed?
What?
I'm pretty sure we're all wearing the same shirts as
Wow.
the first time.
That is so weird.
I only actually own the one shirt, so
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say about Manolis, but I'm glad you brought
I was actually paid to wear this, and I found out when I got here it's still just a radio show.
It still hasn't moved to video. Damn it. Wouldn't it be funny if topic number 6 was the exact same topic we had last time and neighbors didn't reload the envelopes? But no, I did. That's what I do during our off hours. Kyle, Andrew, what's the last ticket you paid? The last ticket you paid?
That was a parking ticket.
A parking ticket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where would you park illegally, my friend?
Well, it was actually in dispute. I got a parking ticket in downtown Toronto, but it wasn't a parking ticket per se. It was because my license plate had expired. However, I was in the process of waiting for the new sticker in the mail, and it was taking like an unusually large amount of time.
Right.
So I went back and argued that you wrote my ticket, my plates were valid. I just didn't have the sticker to prove it, and I wasn't there to show him like the mail
paper.
or anything
Right.
like that. And they rejected my.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I've never heard of them writing a ticket without you being there present.
I swear I paid it
Really?
off, and that was that.
Wow. Because they do, right? I mean, if you do the online version, they will mail you the sticker, but in the meantime, you get a piece of paper you can print off saying, I've already paid for this.
It was worded super strangely. It was like parking in a restricted zone with because it was a time. There was a window of time you were allowed to park in. I was in that window of time.
Okay.
That said with an
with an expired plate.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before.
Okay,
It was weird.
That is weird. But although expired plates would
Trigger you to be pulled over.
Yeah, but also in an expired, like, right, if you're abandoning a vehicle in Toronto, I mean, Toronto has a different has a problem that other places don't have, where people would abandon an expired vehicle. They would just drop the keys and walk away.
I'll try that next time.
There you go.
Maybe if I just never return to the vehicle.
There you go.
Just get a new modeling's going very well. I'll just get a new car every time I leave my house.
Manolis Zantanos, what's the last ticket you paid?
Patrick was with me when I got the ticket. I not wearing my seatbelt properly.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, I was wearing my. Remember this? I was wearing my seatbelt underneath my armpit.
You
I was
can't
wearing
do that.
You
I
can't-
know.
It was a hot day and it was rubbing against my neck. I had an old Honda Civic, a '95 Honda Civic.
Oh,
And it was just like it's an
Yeah,
old
it was
car.
annoying.
It was rubbing my neck.
Yeah.
And so I put it underneath my arm, and I saw the girl. It was a lady cop, and pulled me over
Right.
as soon as she saw me drive by, and she's like, "You weren't wearing your seatbelt properly." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know. I was wearing underneath I had it on," and then all of a sudden she starts going at me about all these other questions. She goes, "My thing shows that a cop checked your plate today. Can you tell me what that's about?" And I'm like, I didn't know
You
this.
had no idea.
I didn't know this. The cop didn't pull me over. Obviously, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe we could call
The police
I go.
officer.
Maybe we call. I go. This is the worst thing. I say maybe we could call the other cop and ask him together why he checked my plate. I can't tell you what he's thinking if he doesn't pull me over. I don't. And this is what I said. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, hun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Under?
Wow.
Boom. And it's like she goes, "Don't call me hun," and that's when I like, boom.
That's when the lights went out.
over $200, like 240 or something.
Yeah. Oh, so many errors.
Yeah, I never got a ticket for saying the wrong word.
No. That's really what that one
Yeah,
came down to, wasn't it?
That's just amazing. You get a ticket for saying a word more than where it was.
Wouldn't it? You know, you telling that story, and I suddenly became just very curious about just you driving around in an old beat up car. How many times the police run your plates? Like how many times? You know what I mean?
Why
It's just
they probably ran my
Yes.
plate because like.
They just see you and they
I
go,
was-
okay, that guy can't be up to any good.
I had a connection. See, I had a connection where like I was able to get fake emission tests. I all right. This is not good to see on the radio, but I said it.
Okay, sure.
So
you
my
must
car
done
should have been.
now.
My car should have been like. I don't think they do emission tests anymore. But
No.
So my car should have. That car should have been off the road like probably several years earlier.
Yes.
So the fact that it was on the road, the cops were probably like, "What the hell is this car still on the road for? Let's check this out."
Yes.
That's probably why my cops are like constantly checking my car.
Considering the smell of this room, sometimes you might want to get an emissions test. Patrick Coppolino, what was the last ticket you paid?
The last ticket I paid for was for a hilarious show at Levity Comedy Club and Lounge.
Yeah, find the plug. That's a new game we're playing here on Friday at 420, and I just keep peppering Patrick with questions till he finds the plug. Yeah, you had to pay to get into your own club. That's man, you really got some power down there, don't
no one
you, brother?
respects me there.
Nobody respects me. Who are you? The girl said at the door.
Yeah.
And you're like, hun. So she made you pay. Oh my goodness. Was that?
No, I haven't had
you
my
had a-
license in a few years.
Okay,
So the last thing I paid wasn't a ticket; it was more of a fine for
took the license
driving
away.
with a suspended license. It was like $1,000.
oh, that's expensive,
Yeah.
man.
Do
And
you remember that? You took
and-
me to court.
Didn't we go to court so they could knock it down?
Yeah, I think they did.
did they
I think they knocked it down to 1,000, maybe, or maybe to like 700 or something like that.
Part of the deal was a couple of tickets to Levity Comedy Club.
Comedy Club. When you're driving with a suspended license
Yeah.
and they catch you,
Yeah.
Does your license get suspended even longer?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
And then
So-
during the longer suspension, it expired. And
Oh, just a
all
mess,
kinds
eh?
of things happened in that.
Which is
time
why
of my
most
life.
of the time you can find Patrick at Levity Comedy Club.
because I can kick
If
the
he's
bus.
late, it's because the battery in his electric scooter, the Hamilton Special, did not carry him.
Oh, my goodness. All right. What do you say you Plinko for us there, Manolis Antonos? Right there. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. Plinko board in action. Friday at 4:20. Kyle Andrew, our special guest, as we grind through another Friday and get you into the weekend. Here you go, Manolis. Your topic. You're having an argument with your significant other at the time. I know you're not with anyone right now, but let's say you're in a relationship.
Okay.
You're having an argument with your significant other. Are you an apologizer, an arguer, or a cold shoulder person? Do you give them the silent treatment? So would you just apologize to get the thing over with? Would you keep arguing until you win, or would you just give them the cold shoulder?
Okay, so this is what I've figured out through the years of being in
Oh,
relationships.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I would
Relationship
say
advice from Manolis is gold. By the way, listen up, Kyle, because this is solid for
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
If you try to just argue to win, or if you apologize and they know you just like you're like okay,
Right.
you don't care. If
Yeah.
you apologize to win, and then they're upset because it's more like who's right and who's
who's got
wrong.
the upper hand,
The
sure.
trick is to like figure out the whole point of arguing is to come to a resolution.
Right.
So like if I argue with you, it means I care about you. But if I argue with you and just win, then it's just going to be worse later.
Right.
So you have to listen and figure out something that works for both of you.
And a compromise.
A compromise.
So you're kind of a mediator. I didn't give that as an option, but I guess I should have added mediator.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
guess
because you're
would-
trying to, you're not
If
giving
you-
up. You're not just going to apologize to make it go away. You're not going to give them the cold shoulder. You
If
are
you-
going to stay in this thing and work it out till we come up with a compromise.
if you win the argument, you lose the argument.
And that's been your theory for a long time. I know you've shared that with us before.
So that's me.
Drop the mic. Are you dropping the mic right now?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm dropping a
You
mic.
thought
Especially
that
when
was
you argue with lady cops, as you call them.
Don't say hun.
But here's the thing, hon.
That's here's the thing, hun.
Kyle Andrew.
Don't mock them. Yeah.
You've been a contestant on the Bachelorette. I imagine you've been in a handful of decent relationships.
Decent's a relative term.
Okay, sure. You've been in a handful of relationships.
Obviously, none decent enough. I'm sitting here with you guys.
Sitting, yeah, really. Oh, wow, how low can they go? Are you an apologizer, an arguer, a mediator, or do you give them the cold shoulder? Do you go silent? Let's just stew on this for a while.
Well, to explain my thoughts on this, they're actually not dissimilar to his.
Okay.
I think most people in relationships argue not because they're right, but to win. And it's a colossal mistake that people make because you can't really win a relationship argument. You can only hope to hear the other person's side and
Right.
find middle ground.
Right.
So I think I'm more of a mediator, but that's come with age because I used to be an arguer. Then I was a cold shoulderer.
Okay.
Now I'm more of a mediator, but I
Okay.
mostly just don't argue with people. It's such a waste of energy.
It's a negative
in
energy
life, on the
burn,
internet,
right?
you name it. I'm not interested.
Which is why it's so funny because, I mean, in life and working around like the radio station here and stuff like that, I'm totally a mediator. I'm a compromiser. I'm like, let's work on this. Let's figure this out. In my relationship, I'm just an apologizer. It's like we start fighting and I just go, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm an
It's just
idiot.
easier?
I'm an idiot. Well, you know what? It's the negative energy. I just can't deal with all that negative, that negative space. Here, I don't. It doesn't bother me as much. In my home, in my house, it's got to be positive, man. And I just would rather just apologize. Let's move forward. We'll fix the thing the way you want it fixed.
It's not a fake apology. That's the
It's not.
thing.
No,
That's why it
it's
probably
not a fake
works.
apology. I'm trying to work on. But I guess I'm the compromiser. So anyway, But negative energy. I agree with you, Kyle. Arguing is just such a waste of
You're
energy.
like me. You're sensitive to the energy that's around you, no matter where it comes from.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Which
Well,
is
you
why-
guys are too, because you're comedians, which
Yeah.
means by default you're sensitive to other people's energy.
Yeah, I can't.
and also sensitive to light, which is weird, right?
I can't handle. If you're a cheese doodle, I don't want you around me. That's basically it. Like if you're around me, it means I like you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Manolis. I love you, Manolis. Patrick Capolino, I love you too. Are you an apologizer, an arguer, or a cold shoulderer, or a mediator?
I'm a victim.
That's the word I want. I should have used that. Very clever. That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, I just sit there and take the verbal abuse.
Just take the
I
beating.
used to be stubborn and want to argue, but
Right.
yeah, now I just wait till it's over.
Wait till it's over.
Batten the hatches and wait for the storm to blow through. Are you good? Okay.
I'm a victim. Awesome. Patrick, you're also up at the Plinko board. Friday at 4:20. Kyle Andrew, Manola Zantanos, Patrick Coppolino. Hope you're enjoying this little episode. We have number 7 up on the board. We have topic number 7.
Did you see Manola's?
I saw him double checking.
Double checked his math on the fingers.
He held his fingers up.
I did. I swear to God, they're right. I did.
I know. He held up 7 fingers and then literally counted them to make sure there were 7. This is very interesting. And this was not, it's funny because prior to me knowing that Kyle was going to be on the show, I created this topic, put it in an envelope, had no idea Kyle was going to be here, and yet, so fitting. But we'll let you answer it first, Patrick. Because Kyle was a contestant on The Bachelorette. My question today to you is, what reality TV show would you like to be on?
Master Chef.
Nice. Yes, because you love cooking.
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of Master Chef?
I do.
And do you like it?
I like it, yeah.
And don't get any ideas off the word master.
It's
there, Manolis.
Master Chef Junior is frustrating to watch because those kids are so good.
They're so good. They're like,
Just feel like a loser.
Yeah, they're like 9 and they're making
eggs.
it's insane.
Master Chef is very cool.
But it's good, yeah.
And do you pick up tips? Like, would you try the things they do? Because they do some pretty crazy
yeah, you
stuff.
do learn stuff from watching
Do you?
it.
Yeah?
But, yeah. I was thinking about applying for MasterChef Canada. I know someone who was on it.
Okay.
And if he can do it.
Oh, really, eh?
he's yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got a good repertoire. You say, because ultimately, I mean, you've been a stand-up comic, you're a dad, you're a chef, and then all you're going to have to ask for is permission to plug Levity Comedy Club on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Can I do that? Manola Santanos, what reality TV show would you like to be on?
Well, I don't know how exactly it works, but I've watched a lot of porn, and there's this one called It's called Brazzers House.
Sure it is.
So all the Brazzer porn stars live in one house.
Right.
And I don't know exactly what games they play, but eventually they all end up playing the same game.
Yes. And the reason you don't know how it all works is because you only watch it in 2-minute clips.
Right.
Excellent.
But it seems like they're having a lot of fun.
It seems like a great place. So for those who don't know, Brazzers House
is the world's best porn site.
Well, it might just be. Way over on my left, it's our. I'm so sorry about that. Every time you come in,
I have never heard of that adult cinema
Manolis
collection.
drives us into the ditch. Kyle Andrew, you were on The Bachelorette, so you don't even want to be on that one again.
Let's eliminate that one.
Let's eliminate that one. Is there a reality TV show that you would like to be on?
What if I told you I'd like to bring back one of the originals that no longer exists?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If
Which
the
one's
Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise are Beverly Hills 90210,
yeah.
I want to go back onto Temptation Island, the Melrose place
Oh,
of
Temptation.
reality TV.
That was a great show.
Temptation Island. It was this is Love Island. That's the new one. Is that
That is.
It cannot hold a candle
no.
to the joy that Temptation Island brought to my life.
It was a good show.
It was
I
a
watched
great
it.
show.
It was so.
But it was the Melrose. Was it not the Melrose place? It was kind of more seedy. And
It was tawdry, right?
Tawdry.
Yes.
It was more tawdry
More
than the
tawdry.
Bachelor Bachelorette.
It was honest in a way too, like the things that were happening.
Oh,
People
for
were
sure it
dealing
was.
with real stuff.
It wasn't as set up as Love Island is just so set up that it's.
They have to be now, though, actually,
yeah,
just 'cause the way
they're
they're
trying to
made.
grind through it. And Love Island's also on every single night of this. More like Big Brother House, right?
really?
It's on every single night, five nights a week for a month and a half or whatever. Temptation Island's a very cool one. In case anyone's wondering what reality show I'd like to be on,
I kind of am.
What?
I kinda am. Survivor, man, the king of the reality shows. Survivor. I've been a Survivor fan. I've watched every episode, every season. 38 seasons later.
You think you could handle it?
Absolutely, no question in my mind, man. Not only could I handle it, I could be a superstar on Survivor.
Don't you have to be able to like survive in?
I was a Boy Scout. Don't I
really?
look like? Oh yeah, man. Oh, I was like a Boy Scout right up through something called Rovers, which most people don't even know it goes that far. But
You look like you'd handle Survivor.
Actually, I don't think I would as well. I think I just don't think I don't know if
He's not as physically well set up for it because he's a big, strong lad.
They're like, we
I
need
require
to.
too much.
No, your
sustenance.
muscles start. Yeah, your muscles start to eat yourself. I don't have any muscles.
The weight loss part though is very harsh on people. So a lot of times people that are like pretty muscular and stuff have a
They
tough time
have
on
a
the
terrible
show.
time because they get so yeah.
Starvation.
Their muscles literally start
Is
eating
that show
themselves.
still on? Like, is
Oh
it-
yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Holy.
So-
what a franchise.
How many?
Yeah. 30, oh yes,
lot,
no,
a lot.
they're getting ready for their 40th season. Their 40th season.
Actually.
So there's the 39th, and then the 40th. It's going to be all stars. It's going to be like a full all star, 40-member cast of all the best Survivor players ever.
Can I say what show I'd like to see Manolis on the most?
Oh
Yes.
Naked and Afraid.
I would definitely be afraid.
And so would the entire audience.
I'd be like the whole show. I'd just be tucking.
It'd be like every day for you, but naked.
Oh my goodness! I somehow saw him more on Hoarders. I thought that would really be a place where Manolis would
Yeah.
excel.
I love that show, man.
I've actually never seen it.
I've never seen Hoarders.
It's so crazy.
You look like somebody. Yeah, you look like somebody who's like
like-
living among magazines.
I like stuff.
I can see Manolis on a show where like it's like a home renovation show, but all they're doing is installing hidden cameras everywhere and then leaving. And the homeowner never actually knows.
That's right.
Speaking of hoarding, I was at a point where, like, I had a connection when someone had satellite, and I got this person to tape me like hours of porn on VHS tapes. So we went to
This wasn't recently, I hope.
no.
Okay.
So then it got to the point where we're like the internet was invented, and I didn't need those tapes anymore. I didn't know what I had like boxes of tapes.
I'm sure.
So I slowly but surely, every time I went to the gym, I would just bring like 7 tapes with me, and I just throw them in the garbage.
How many of these were there?
What?
How many of these were
I had
there?
like I had 2 boxes, maybe 3 boxes of like VHS tapes.
Yeah, just boxes and
So I
boxes
was
of
like,
VHS
just
tapes.
chip it away, get
Oh,
get
my
someone else
goodness.
to throw it out for me.
You were the original Pornhub.
The
I had more
original.
porn than the internet at one point.
All right, whose turn is it to Plinko? We're back to Kyle. Kyle Andrew getting up at the board. Gonna drop the Plinko puck. Friday at 4:20.
10.
Having some fun here on this Friday, number 10. Topic number 10 on Friday at 4:20. Oh, here's a depressing question. Kyle Andrew, what would you like it to say on your tombstone? Final thoughts on Kyle Andrew. What would you like it to say?
Wow.
Wow,
Jeez.
that's a heavy.
Is this a comedy show?
I know,
What's going
yeah. Yeah, well, what are they going to
How
say?
about get off my lawn?
See, that's a comedy show.
That's genius.
I
Actually.
love that, man.
Now I think you might have to do that now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, get the
I plan to be immortal, so.
yes, get the F off my lawn. That'd be
Yeah.
fantastic. Manolis Santanos, what would you like them to say about you when you're gone?
On my tombstone?
Yeah,
Or
just about you in general.
sorry.
It's not you apologize.
I'm like, I
Just
don't know.
sorry in small letters
Sorry,
with a
or-
period.
Sorry, or just dude. I think
Dude.
the word dude would be cool.
Dude.
Just dude.
Right?
That's it. No, nothing else.
19 whatever to 2000 and whatever.
What
You
about
would-
like a couple of dots, like dot, dot, dot?
Dot,
like,
yeah.
like you were about to say something else, but
And
then
then
you
I die.
Dude. Patrick Capolino, you've had time to think about it. Wow, what would you do, man?
St. Patrick Capolino.
St. Patrick Capolino.
Not Eric Johnston.
Thank God.
And also, join me this Thursday at Levity Comedy Club.
Yeah, it would just say levitycomicclub.com.
Join me and my ashes.
All right, Manolo, let's drop the Plinko puck. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it is Friday at 4:20.
We done 5? 5.
You know what? I don't know. I lost track of where we are.
5. Let's try.
Oh, it's a long show. It's longer. The 40 minutes seems longer today. Here we go. I know you're not big on sports, okay? But I am going to ask you this sports question.
Okay.
Okay? The sport, you maybe see it on TV or you've seen it in person, the sport that you just don't get. You're just like, why are they doing that?
Why are they doing that?
What is that about?
You know what it is for me? Actually, I like playing baseball for some reason. I like that one. Soccer. That's not even a sport. Bowling.
It is a sport. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
then
That's
I hate
considered-
bowling. Bowling.
Wait, I didn't ask you what you hated. I just asked you what you don't get. You
I
just don't get bowling.
I hate and I don't get bowling.
I hate and I don't get bowling.
Because it's like, oh hey, how about you pay some money to wear other people's shoes and then you throw balls at these pins, and these points will change your life.
They don't change your
so
life.
I'm giving up my energy to knock pins down for nothing. I have a theory that those pins are connected to generators, and I'm just producing electricity for the world. For the man. They're just tricking us to make free energy.
Okay. So bowling. We're not going to explore your conspiracy theory.
And that's 5 pin or 10 pin.
Both. Damn it.
If it was up to me, I would ban bowling. I said it. I said it on this show right now.
But I bet you have a bowling shirt.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't.
Because the shirts you wear are similar to bowling shirts.
How dare you? No, I have Weston shirts, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Those short sleeve
ones. Well, again,
ones.
they have your name, right?
Yeah.
So do you have a name with your name on it? Yeah, a shirt with your name on it?
Other people's names. I love having. I love shirts where it's other people's names. I'm wearing it. I love wearing other people's pins. You ever go to a garage sale and someone's like kids on the pin, like playing hockey? I buy those and I wear them.
And they're like,
yeah, I'm like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know? If they don't want them, someone should. I'm like, this guy cared at one point. He played hockey, tried hard. Should be on someone's jacket.
It's like keeping the pictures of the kids in the wallet when you buy the wallet. Patrick Capolino, what's a sport you just don't get?
Curling.
Curling. You don't get curling.
I get it, and I don't like
right.
it. It's more.
You just don't understand why they would. That
in the
just
same
doesn't.
vein as bowling. Like I prefer bowling over curling.
Okay.
Because curling's like bowling but slower
and slipperier.
Yeah.
Have you ever curled?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Okay, so you've tried it.
Awesome.
It was see.
He loves curling.
It was fun for like 5 minutes.
You know why? Because they get the thing in the middle, and then someone can knock it out and ruin his life. I love that.
Yes. It's like shuffleboard. Yeah. Yes. But you don't get curling.
No, I don't like that.
All right. Hurry hard, Patrick. Hurry hard. Kyle Andrew, you're a big strapping lad. You did well in high school in the gymnastics. Not gymnastics, but in the gym.
Specifically, the pommel horse.
Were you?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, man, that would have been cool. That would have been a great tie-in. What's a sport you just don't get?
Well, I'll use a personal story here because I actually played this sport for 3 seasons.
Oh.
And after 3 seasons, I'm really not certain what the rules are. And I played this sport at a high level at Aussie rules football in a league that's, if I'm not mistaken, the second or third biggest Aussie rules football league out of Australia. I played for 3 seasons. I was good at it, and I'm not sure how it works.
And you're not sure?
I'm serious. I just had a very specific position.
That's amazing.
That is really amazing.
No, it's like literally like
I believe you.
The Hamilton Wildcats in the OAFL.
Okay.
The Ontario Aussie Football League. Like they're a serious team. They have a men's and women's team. They tour all over. They feed players to the national team. I was quite good at this, but I do not know how it works. Like I'm not sure when I'm allowed to hit people. I'm not really sure the bounce and the run. I was just tall and athletic and fit a very specific position, but I stopped playing because I wasn't sure what I was doing.
But wait, what was your move? You lasted 3 seasons. What was your move that seemed to be working?
Well, it's like there's a lot of like jump balls, and I'd be put in the position, which the position's name, I cannot recall the name of the position, but it was down the scoring, and then you kick through the uprights like a field goal, like a drop kick field goal, and I scored those fairly frequently. Like I have pictures of me with the player of the match construction helmet and all that stuff, but I don't know how the game works.
You're good at like catching the ball that was high because you were tall, and then what would you do? Just run? You just told you run that way?
Run, bounce towards. It's sort. I mean, I understood it a little more than that, but you know what the problem was too? It was always Saturday mornings, and I was usually pretty hungover.
Oh, right.
To be perfectly honest with you. But seriously,
why you were doing great.
I don't understand it, but it's quite cool and very popular in other parts of the world.
Super popular. I've actually watched it on TV and tried to come to understand it. I totally get on a different level. There's a lot more to it. Like you can understand the basic premise of it and get it, but there's a lot of stuff going on there.
The nuance. I don't get the nuance.
Yeah, it's not even. It's like CFL, right? I mean, you sit there and watch CFL football. I mean, it's football. You get that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff going on. You're going, I'm not even sure why they gave that guy the ball. I mean, and I call the games for the Ticats. So I'm the PA announcer, and I don't get it all. I've got a guy literally who stands beside me who tells me what's going on.
Wait, you do that?
Yeah. I've been doing it for like 8 seasons, and I still don't get the game.
How do I not know this?
I don't know. Do you ever go to a Ticat game?
No, I don't. So
Okay,
you're you're the guy that people listen to on the radio?
No, not on the radio. No, I'm in the booth at the stadium going, make some noise. That guy.
Okay,
I'm
but
that guy.
do you talk about the game though?
Oh, yeah. We after the guy carries the ball, I go, running back, gain of 4 yards by the Ticats. First down, Tiger Cats.
That's wild,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. But I don't fully get the game. Now, I'm not quitting because I like the gig.
I think there's a certain charm in that, though. I think it can keep your energy up if you're not too much of a homer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you understand the basic premise of it, but like,
Yeah, I get it. I know.
I don't understand the formations and stuff really in football.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I could not like look at a play about to happen and go, oh, they're in the nickel. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
But-
Or they talk about a Sam linebacker, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, who's Sam? There's no guy named Sam out there. It's like weird, right?
Would you try? You think you try harder because you're trying to figure it out as you go?
Fear. It's just fear. It's like it's fear of screwing up. I don't want to screw this up.
Get
so I
this
just
ball at the end. Get this ball over there.
Yes, that was exactly what it was. It's like watching my nephew start to play baseball now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think there's just a lot of panic taking over. You know what I mean? It's just like, don't screw up.
But see,
That's
Kyle-
Uncle's watching.
Kyle's a big guy, right? He goes, all right, Saturday morning, I'm hungover. What am I going to do? I'm going to go get some of this alcohol in my body. I'm going to run this ball as hard as I can into people.
They recruited me at Sizzle. They were in there celebrating after a game, and they're like, "Do you want to play Aussie rules football?" And boom, I'm on the team.
He used to run Sizzle.
That's fantastic. See, and look at that, man. And then next thing you know, you're playing Aussie Rules
There we
football
go.
going, I don't quite get the game, guys. And they're going, you're doing great.
Yeah. Oh, okay, throw the football to me. Yeah. I'm not like the other kids.
Oh, just enough time for one more really quick topic. This is going to have to be super fast. Who's getting up there? Drop a puck. And we're having an argument over whose puck it is. Patrick Capolino dropped it. We already did 7. 12. Topic number 12. Oh, no, the clock's running. Do you have something that's lucky, Patrick Capolino?
Yes.
Do you? Oh, you have it on you. He's reaching into his pocket. Hey, don't pull that out.
It's this dirty green hair elastic that my daughter gave me when she was 2.
Oh, my goodness. And it's on his keychain. That's fantastic. And you consider that to be lucky?
Yeah.
Or just a keepsake?
Well, it's like a thing. If I lose it, I'm afraid
Yeah,
something
I'm afraid
terrible is
something's
going to
ever
happen.
going to happen. Manolis, Santanos, you're a superstitious guy. Do you have something that's lucky? Something that your lucky shirt, lucky pants, lucky underwear?
I believe it or not, this for stand-up comedy, I need to have a Western shirt on. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your Western shirts make you feel lucky,
lucky,
and positive,
just,
and moving forward.
something about Western shirt just makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. I don't know why, and that's why I literally don't need 50 Western shirts, but I have them. And I wear them all.
Yes,
You know what I
because
mean?
you don't do laundry. And Kyle Andrew, something that you have that's lucky. Do you believe, first of all, you're a superstitious guy? Do you,
Not terribly, but
not
I do
ter-
have something.
Okay.
It's actually from the Bachelorette.
Oh, okay.
We did a football training camp on the show with the Montreal Alouettes.
Oh, cool.
Had a particularly good episode. I kept the football socks from them, and anytime I wear those socks for any sort of athletic performance, I perform well. Like I played hockey in them. I've done other sports in
Wow.
them. So they're kind of like my lucky socks.
That's very cool, man. And we've come full circle, right? Well, it'd be completely full circle if Patrick got in one more plug for Levity Comedy Club. Then we would have come completely full circle on today's episode. Let's go around the horn here. Patrick, talk to me about your little comedy space.
Yes. Levity Comedy Club and Lounge in Jackson Square.
Yep.
It's not as scary as it sounds. We're on the second floor, so you're safe.
We're well above
Yeah,
the
it's
heathens.
like a zombie movie. They don't know how to climb up there. And you got to pay to get in. So
Professional shows Friday and Saturday nights. You guys are there Wednesday nights hanging out. Amateur night. You got some amateur comics. By the way, anyone listening who thinks they'd like to try stand-up comedy can reach out through levitycomedyclub.com to Patrick Capolino and potentially get on a show and
also,
give it a shot,
I'm going
right?
to start from this episode on. If you're listening right now, follow us at Levity Comedy Club on Instagram. Send us a DM saying, I want free tickets, and we'll give you free tickets to the first 10 people to do that.
Wow, this show's actually, we used to promise we'd pay
This is
people.
something
Now
we
we're
should-
actually going to pay people with something. That's
No,
fantastic.
that's our gauge to see who's listening.
Kyle Andrew, how do we follow you on social media?
Instagram's probably a good choice.
Instagram?
Kyle_Andrew.
Kyle_Andrew on Instagram. Check him out. Modeling, hanging out with the rich and famous, and once in a while with us.
Yeah.
You
If
said
you
there
have
would
to.
be more fame.
And more riches. Thank you so much for doing the show again. We really appreciate it, man. Great having Kyle Andrew here. Manolo Santanos, what do you want to say?
I want to say I recently opened up for this guy. He's on the Howard Stern show.
Okay.
So I opened up for him in Toronto. Shuli Agar, Shuli and Agar Egar. Check him out. He's super. I didn't know what to think of him because I just met him when I got the gig.
Right.
Crazy funny.
Crazy funny
Dude. He's,
So follow Shuli Agar.
yeah, on Instagram, he's on Stern every day, 5 days a week. Awesome dude.
Awesome. Excellent. Manolo Santanos, thank you. How do we follow you, Patrick Coppolino?
At Levity Comedy Club.
At Levity Comedy Club is the way to go. And you can always follow us at Funny820. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks to Kyle for being our special guest. And thank you for hanging out with us on this Friday. Now go have yourself an awesome weekend.
Yay.